Hi, this is Irene, and today I'm going to answer Kevin's question, number 8 of the review for the VB tournament. Which of the following will correctly calculate the average of the elements included in the numbers array? And it gave 4 lines of code on page 494, which I've written up here to initialize my numbers array. And so numbers is a one-dimensional array with these 4 values, 10, 5, 7, and 2. You declare X, total, and average as variables. And then the answers are all very similar. And so I'll talk about the differences between them. So all oh first I should say that for all of them I went ahead and I compared the manual answer with Mr. Beck's suggestion of simply the array name dot average. That will give you the average value. And so I put that first thing for each of the answers. I inserted that. And then at the end of each answer, I inserted what my manual calculation answer would be. And so for all of them, the do while loop is the same. Um, do while x is less than numbers.length. Numbers.length is going to return the value of 4 because there are 4 elements in the array. And so while x is less than 4 and gets initialized to 0 automatically when you declare it without assigning it any value. And so all of them loop fine. They go through while x is the value of 0, 1, 2, and 3. They all increment x fine just by one value to make that happen. And so when you fall out of the loop, x is equal to 4. And so it'll fall out of the loop there. And then, and so here are some differences. So for answer A, they are accumulating differently than any of the other choices. They are doing total plus total and assigning that to an element in numbers. And so for the first go around to the loop, numbers sub 0 equals total plus total. Well, total is going to be 0 because it was also just initialized right up here without assigning it a value. And so what this is going to do for the first loop is it's going to assign a value of 0 to the first element in the numbers array, and so 10 would become 0. And then as you loop through, you're going to change all these values to 0. And so this is what it looks like when you run it. So when I do my numbers.average right here at the top before messing with the array, my average value is 6, but my manual calculation for answer A is going to give me a value of 0. And I should mention that when I first wrote this code, I thought that I would put the code for the numbers.average along with down here next to the manual calculation, the manual display. But that didn't work for me for answer A because it's changed the value of the array elements all to 0. And so even if I put numbers.average down here, I'm going to get the wrong answer there too. So that's something else to keep in mind as you code. For answer B, this is my correct answer. They are properly loading in the total. And so each element of the array gets put into my total and it loops through and increments correctly. And then when you calculate average, you do have your total divided by 4. And 4 is the number of values in your array. And so that's correct. And here I'll show you. This is what it looks like. So you do get a value of 6 with the manual calculation. Answer C, this is for somebody who it is confusing how many elements of the array you have, how many values do you have. And so for someone thinking that, whoops, I need to deduct 1 off of the number of values, they might do this. Not only mathematically calculating the average is that wrong, but you need to watch out for your order of operations because the division will happen first and then the subtraction. And so this is the answer we get with answer C. It's 5. And then answer D, that's kind of correcting that problem. It's putting parentheses here, so the subtraction does happen before the division, but we do want x to be a value of 4 at this point, since we do have 4 values. And so this answer D is still going to be the wrong answer, even if you are correcting the order of operations. Your math is still incorrect. And so here your calculation of average is 8. So thank you very much. B is the correct answer. Bye.